Let's talk about the idea of seeing abundance in your life. The ways that I have come to see the abundance in my life. I used to see that I didn't have a lot. I saw that I had enough, but not enough to make me happy, I guess. As a nurse, I give a lot of treatment plans. People come to me when they're sick and ask me for advice, and I will write down some things that I think they should do, and then they don't really do it. And it kind of got to me. It's like, why do you even come to me if you're not going to do what I suggest? And it kind of made me upset, and I didn't really tell anyone about it until I found out just how good vulnerability is, just how helpful it is. So one time, after giving so many treatment plans out, someone who I felt comfortable opening up to, my empath guy that always is there for me to help lift me up, one of my many, but I opened up to him and I kind of cried out in my time of desperation, and I asked, I was vulnerable. I said, why do you want me to help you when you're sick? If you don't even do what I'm asking, what I'm telling you is going to make you better. And so I was in this state of lack, as I like to call it, which is completely opposite from the state of abundance. And I am learning how to find this abundance more. So I journal about it to write down to know exactly what I'm feeling, where this is stemming from. And I find out that it is this idea that people want this from me and then they don't use it. So I opened up to him. I was vulnerable. I journaled about it. I meditated on it, and I opened up to him. And I asked, what's going on? And come to find out, he was using my treatment plan. And all the people that I tell to use it, they are using it. But they're not me. And they can't use my treatment plan the way that I can implement it. Because I can do it like a pro, because this is my job. This is what I do. I am a healer, and I know how to do these things. This is my life. But other people aren't necessarily a healer, and they don't really care about the idea of using a humidifier. They don't care about taking as much vitamin C as I recommend. And so it just doesn't seem like a big enough deal to them, I guess. And the funny thing is that it happens in the doctor world also, because people go to the doctor and they get a script and they take a few pills and then they put it in the medicine cabinet until the next time. And the doctors all say not to do it, but they do it anyway. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because they get paid, I guess, for what they do, and they don't care if people use it or not. So I'm just coming to this idea that I have to let go of people using it or not, because people love, and I love that I can give this to people, and people love getting this from me. And that's what counts. That's where I'm deciding to focus and see the abundance. I see that people come to me in their time of need when they're hurting, when they need healing, when they're sick. And that is beautiful. And now I can focus on that the idea that so many people can see that I am a healer and can come to me and ask me for these ways to heal, whether they use it or not. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to focus on that. I can help them. I can give them my advice, and I can help them as much as they will allow. But to expect them to be able to use it as much as I can is kind of a ridiculous expectation. And I will be talking about expectations in another video, but for now I'm talking about the idea of seeing abundance. So I was focusing on this lack, that is, no one's using my treatment plan. And instead now I can see that I can focus on the abundance, that is, everyone is asking me for the treatment plan. Whether they use it or not, I have to let go of that. And just focus on the abundance that is. Another way that I have opened my eyes to see my abundance is in my time management. I have an abundance of children, and they all want to spend time with me. They all want to play with me. And I'm so thankful that I have children who want to come to me and play with me. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming because I have so many and they all want so much from me. And that's kind of where I used to, and sometimes still do, focus my attention, my energy. I give it to this idea of lack, that I don't have enough time to give to those who want and need me. So I kind of beat myself up over it. I shame myself for it. I feel guilty that I can't give an abundance of time to my children, to my animals, to my friends. And after I started implementing the idea of seeing the abundance instead of focusing on the lack, and I do this through meditation, journaling, yoga, being vulnerable, letting go, grounding myself. And then the universe just opens up a whole new world for me. Kind of just jump through this portal, and all of a sudden my time management changes from I don't have enough to I have an abundance of time, and I do spend an abundance of my time with my children. And the universe starts showing me these things. God starts showing me that I am doing these things. I am spending time with my children, and a lot of time with them and with my dogs and with my friends. And even on myself, with myself. And I'm so glad that I can do these things now. And I hope you can find a way to see the abundance in your life. I love giving examples of how I can see abundance in my life. And I'm not exactly sure how or where the switch takes place. But since I've been starting these new spiritual ideas of following my heart, my intuition, knowing that I have abundance in every area of life, the universe just shows me. Here it is, plain as day. Just all for me. This abundance of time that I have. And it's so beautiful. So now I was in a state of lack, telling myself that I don't have enough time. And now I increase my vibe. I stay in a happy mode, not all the time, but just more of the time than I used to when I was worried about the lack. I can not worry about the lack. I can let that go. and see that I have so much. And so the lack is not having time, and the abundance is now I have the time and I choose where I want to put my time and my energy. Another example of lack versus abundance in my life is I raise my kids, of course. And in that, I've always been taught to discipline my kids. And I guess it's come in handy. I mean, I've taught them a lot through disciplining them, but I feel like I'm done with disciplining them now. And this state of lack and worrying kept me in this idea that I have to discipline my kids all the time. And after journaling and meditating, finding spiritual gurus that resonate with me and help me to see the abundance in my life, help me to open my third eye, to see what's going on around me and not just be blinded by the worry and the guilt. I don't care to discipline my kids anymore. And it is such a beautiful world now, not having to discipline them. It's a big change, and it took a long time to implement, and it was stressful going from this world where all I know is I have to discipline my kids, and switching to this new world where not only do I not have to discipline them, my job as a parent has changed to just being the love that's there for my children. Instead of disciplining them, now I accept them. I lift them up. And I don't worry about this idea that I have to teach them and guide them, because they will be taught and they will be guided by their own intuition and by my actions more than my disciplining. So now I can choose to treat my children in an uplifting way and not worry about hurting them through discipline. Seeing abundance is not an easy task, but it will bring a whole new, beautiful world into your life. And it has, and is continuing to make my world so much more fulfilling and beautiful. Just switching from this poor, pitiful me victim mode. I am in lack, and I have no abundance anywhere. I just have barely enough, to switching to I have so much, I have plenty, and knowing that I have it, believing that I have it. And then the world just opens up for me and I can see it all. If you have any questions about that, hit me up. Let me know what you think about it. If you are able to see abundance in your life in any aspects, celebrate it. It is a miraculous thing, nothing short of a miracle. It's such a beautiful place to be. That's all I have to say for today about seeing the abundance in your life. Peace.
Peace out.